In the summer, RB Leipzig sold their best player and goal scorer Christopher Nkunku to Chelsea. It seemed that the Bulls would not be able to replace the Frenchman, but they managed to do it perfectly. From now on, Leipzig have a new superstar, and his name is Xavi Simons. Hello, our favorite followers. Today we'll tell you how, at the expense of what, Xavi Simons started rocking the Bundesliga and is slowly becoming a true football monster. Hit the like button if you're also amazed by the Dutch prodigy's form. Xavi Simons' start at RB Leipzig is really something. He was noted for effective actions in the Super Cup game against Bayern and the opening round match against Bayer, but then he had a breakthrough. 1 goal plus 2 assists against Stuttgart, a goal plus assist against Union, and again a goal plus assist against Augsburg, plus an assist in the last match against Borussia Mönchengladbach. In total, he already scored 3 goals and provided 5 assists in 5 Bundesliga matches. In the UCL opening game against Young Boys, Xavi didn't score or assist, but was named the MVP. In a matter of weeks, Simons became RB Leipzig's real leader and engine. The Bulls gained 12 points in the opening 5 matches. And Marco Rose's team's quality of play is impressive. At the moment, it looks like they and Bayer Leverkusen will impose the title challenge on Bayern, and Xavi Simons has a prominent role in Leipzig's success. Interestingly, it is Simons who has the biggest difference between the expected number of goals and the actual number in the entire league. He's already scored 3 times, having a combined XG of 0.78. It's the incredible conversion of moments that is one of Simons' best traits. Another extremely interesting moment from Simons' game is his defensive work. On average, the Dutchman brings possession back to RB Leipzig 4 times per game. This is just an incredible stat for a player who, at first glance, is focused exclusively on attack. Also, Simons was the key player of the Netherlands national team in the last 2 matches against Greece and Ireland. He played both games without substitutions, was incredibly useful, started attacks, freed up space for partners. But so far, he hasn't scored his debut goals for the Oranje. Surely, it's just a matter of time. Simons is a truly versatile player. He started his career with a position in the center below the striker, and later he discovered the talent of playing on the attacking wing. Xavi is excellent with both feet, so he is able to play on either wing without any problems. Marco Rose uses Simons on the right wing of attack, but situationally, the La Masia trainee can be literally anywhere, and this creates additional difficulty for opponents, because it's absolutely impossible to mark Simons personally. Simons' performance for Leipzig can be described perfectly by his goal against Stuttgart. The Dutchman actually found himself in the position of a center forward, and then, thanks to his speed, escaped from the defenders and was one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But the most interesting thing is this: Simons failed to beat the goalkeeper on the first try, but he didn't give up, retrieved the ball and scored anyway. There were several defenders around who simply didn't have time to do anything with him. Now that shows character, right? Xavi Simons should never be left unattended in any zone. He's like a predator who's just waiting to be given at least a little space to make the most of it. Like in a match against Union Berlin, when the opponent left the Dutchman alone on the approaches to the penalty area, Leipzig's new star only needed 1 touch to send the ball under the woodwork. Leipzig's new leader is quite short, being 179 centimeters, but even this didn't prevent him from scoring with his head. The Augsburg defenders forgot Xavi in the penalty area, and he scored a perfect header. Simons is lethal in any counter-attack. He knows not only how to pass the ball so that it's impossible to catch up with him, but also perfectly cuts through the entire defense with a single pass, like against the aforementioned Union, when Xavi brought Benjamin Sesko one-on-one with a perfect pass. Xavi's game against Young Boys deserves a special mention. He was truly the best player on the pitch without any efficient activity. The Swiss perfectly understood the danger of Simons, so they constantly tried to saturate his zone with more players. But that didn't help. It seemed that Simons doesn't care how many players press at him at the same time. He'll still find a solution to continue the attack and not lose the ball. The way Xavi scans space and makes instant decisions is impressive. How many football players in Europe are able to look around and give an accurate pass to a forward in the center of the field, standing with his back to the goal? Few are capable of this. In the second half, Xavi managed to go one-on-one with the goalkeeper, who simply rammed the 20-year-old Dutchman. But the referee did not award the penalty for some reason. It is clear that Xavi Simons has adapted perfectly at the new club and has no problems in the team. Actually, he says about this himself: "I enjoy working with the boys and the staff every day, and after just a short time, I feel very much at home here," Xavi said after the game. "That's the most important part because I had little time to adjust, but I feel good and I know what I can do." The level that Xavi Simons is showing proves once again that La Masia remains the best place in the world to develop talent. Just look at this childhood photo. 4 of these kids already play at the highest level. In addition to Xavi Simons, you can recognize Alejandro Balde, Gavi, and Barca's new talent, Fermin Lopez. It is absolutely obvious that Xavi Simons is an incredible talent capable of shining in any top club. However, his future is actually difficult to predict. As you know, the rights to Xavi still belong to PSG, who exercised the option to buy him from PSV for only 4.3 million euros. However, the French giants decided not to give Simons a chance even during the preseason for some reason. Simons is at Leipzig on loan, but without an option to buy, and now it's safe to say that the Bulls cannot afford the full transfer of Xavi. After such performances, his price tag will reach more than 100 million euros, and Leipzig are not those who spend such money on football players. As of now, the most expensive player in the history of Leipzig is Lois Openda, who cost 38.5 million. Yes, Marco Rose has already said that he likes Simons a lot and wants him to stay in the team in the future, but we need to be realistic. This season is the first and last for Simons at RB Leipzig, unless the clubs agree on a loan for another season. Obviously, Simons will return to PSG in the summer of 2024, where he'll face fierce competition, because now Luis Enrique has several top footballers whom he uses on the attacking flanks: Marcos Asensio, Ousmane Dembele, Bradley Barcola, and Kylian Mbappe. Hakimi can also play in Xavi's position. It will not be so easy to break into the starting 11 in the midfield center, where Ugarte and Zaire Emery are excellent. Therefore, right now, it's extremely important for Simons not to lose momentum and continue to play at the same level, so that in July, Luis Enrique would definitely understand that he has a top football player ready for him. In this context, Euro 2024 will also be very important, where Xavi Simons will definitely go as a player of the Netherlands national team's first squad. A successful performance at a major international tournament is always a great boost for further career development. But even if PSG decide that they don't need Simons, there will be plenty of contenders for him. Xavi is currently playing at such a level that any top EPL club would gladly have him, being able to afford his transfer financially. And let's not forget about Barcelona, which will always be an option for Simons for various reasons. However, everything is very difficult financially there. It's obvious that an incredible and successful future awaits Simons. The only question is, at which club he will shine in a year. But for now, we have a new football monster, which we recommend you to follow. And that's about it. We hope you enjoyed the video and will reward it with your very useful likes and subscription to our channel. Have a nice day, everyone.